Okay, so in this part 2, we're going to go ahead and finish the rest of the education section. If you ever went to Contra Costa, you can go ahead and put that here. So if you took a class at CC, you'll need to find it. If you didn't take any classes at Contra Costa, then you can go ahead and just select 0 and move along. If you did, however, please make sure that you are reporting it. So we're going to go ahead and find Contra Costa. Since you took a summer class or a class while you're still enrolled in school, so say you were like making up an English credit or something, you can go ahead and select dual enrollment with high school. And if you did some sort of program, for example, at Brown or Exeter, and that's why you're reporting the school, as in that's where you attended, you can go ahead and select summer program. You still need to select when you started, so when this program happened. So for example, if you took it this past summer, you would say what it would be July, June or July, whenever your class started. And the expiration date or the ending date, excuse me, would be whenever you actually finished it. So if it was just a summer class, then we would add till August. Degrees earned, you didn't chances are you didn't earn a degree, you're just taking it to fulfill credits. So you can go ahead and leave that blank and hit continue. Okay, so now you're going to go ahead and fill out the grade section. You guys, right now at the moment, I believe there are 148 seniors enrolled. Class rank reporting. Sorry about that. So go ahead and just select none. We do not report rank at our school. In terms of GPA scale reporting, we report out of a 4.0. So your cumulative GPA, go ahead and select whatever that may be. So if it's a 3.75, then you put 3.75. And then just let them know whether you're reporting your weighted or unweighted. Remember that the weighted carries the extra weight from your AP classes, and unweighted does not. So it's totally up to you what you'd like to report. In terms of current or recent courses, you need to select the number of how many courses you're taking. So it's important to just note, for most of you, it will be 7. So if you're taking 6, full class periods, it will be 7, unless you are taking AP Government, in which case you're going to report 6. So the way that it happens here is you need to report whether you're taking it for the semester or like what we do. And so the reason why we have you do 7 classes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, is because you'll report economics. So right now you'll report government, for example. And you need to go ahead and report it however it is that it's coming up in your transcript. So do take a look at your transcript and see exactly how it's titled. So if it has AP or CP, I want you to go ahead and put it in the title. Make sure that you're spelling everything correctly. So for example, government, actually on your transcript, you can notice it says US government. So go ahead and put it as that. And then say you're taking, I don't know, French. Oh, sorry. So in terms of what it is, you're going to go ahead and select regular if you're taking a regular CP course. Otherwise, if you're taking an AP course, you will select it as it is. In terms of course schedule, it's asking you for how long are you taking this course. So for government, for example, in particular, you're only taking it the first semester. That's it. And then in which case you would add economics. Again, this is if you're not taking AP Gov. Otherwise, you're reporting only 6 courses here. And then under economics, you would select that it's still regular. It's not an AP or accelerated course. and you're taking it second semester. Okay, for the rest of your classes, you're going to report them as is. For example, if you're taking French this year, French 1 CP, it says on your class schedule, so that's what you'll report. Again, this would be regular. In terms of course schedule for this would actually be full year. So every other class will be full year with the exception of economics and government if you're not in AP Gov. Also, if you know you're switching out of a class second semester, say you're making up credits for physics for first semester and getting swapped into, I don't know, a TA period for second semester, then you will, again, select for whatever semester it is that you're actually taking it. So again, this also does include you writing if you have a TA period. So if you're a teacher's assistant, teacher's aide, I believe it's what it would show up on your transcript as. We'll go ahead and report that for the full year if that's the case, okay? So take a moment now to continue to fill out the rest of these appropriately. Please do not use acronyms for classes. So if you're taking honors thesis, please make sure that you're typing in everything. And for this one, actually, it will be honors level, which should be listed on here. If you are taking ERWC, please make sure that you're typing it all. So CSU, EXP, reading and writing, as it shows on your transcript. That one is regular for the full year. In terms of honors, that is just you listing your awards. So you can list up to 5 different awards. So if you won like Puma of the Week, or say you won your meet, your track meet, then you can go ahead and select the title. If you won MVP, MVP, I don't know, women's soccer or something, whatever it may be, you can go ahead and select what it is. So you have up to 5 different ones that you can do. And so it takes some time to identify those now. Okay, so in terms of community-based organizations, if you click on it and you're like, what does that mean? There are so many listed on here. Some that stand out to me is if you were in the Boys and Girls Club or the Boys and Girl Scouts of America. Something else that was also in here was, what was it? 1 second. Oh, Genesis Works, for those of y'all doing Genesis Works. Harvard Youth Scholars. And so there are a bunch in here, so I would just actually suggest that you take a moment, just scroll through the list and see if any of these apply to you. If they do, great. Go ahead and use it. So if you're part of Posse, for example, and you're applying through there, we don't have Puente, but QuestBridge, if you're doing a QuestBridge application, you can go ahead and note it down here. Or any of these. So summer search is also listed on here. If you do summer search, that's also something that you should report. And this part is actually new. There are a bunch of programs that were not on here last year, so they're trying to do a better job with acknowledging which community-based organizations are working with students. In terms of career interest, future plans, just in general, what is it that you're applying for? This is just for your general application, doesn't mean that you're selecting a major for your school. But if you have an idea, for example, if you are into business or something, you can go ahead and select one of those options. So just take a look at the ones that they have listed on there. They also have an other or undecided option. In terms of higher degrees you intend to earn, you can go ahead and select bachelor's for now. You are applying to get your bachelor's, so if you're not sure yet whether you want to get your master's or anything more than that, then you can do that. Or if you're undecided, you can select undecided. And this is the point where you report your testing and why we tell you that taking the exams is important to do twice. So for this one, none of you guys are international students applicants, so you would select no for this. For here, yes, we do have test to report. So select all the ones that apply. So for example, you're taking the ACT or you're reporting the ACT. So whether that means that you already took it last year as a junior or you're planning to take it this year as a senior, you can go ahead and note it down there. At this point, the SAT is going to be March 2016 or after. If you're also thinking of taking any AP exams or you have any AP exams to report from previous years, you can do that. If you're thinking of taking a subject test, you can go ahead and do that. So most of you guys should at least have for sure these 2, possibly 3 to report. And so this is the part where they start asking you to kind of break it down. These are self-reported. So for example, number of past ACT scores. If you took it junior year, you're going to report it. Have you taken it with writing? Yes. Any future sittings, meetings, do you expect to take it still this year? So you're letting them know, do they need to hold off on your application until they receive all of your materials? So for this one, since you guys are already taking the ACT, you would say once more, and then actually ask you, oh, when are you taking it? You're like, cool, I'm going to take it in, you guys, for the ACT, you registered for October. And then for the SAT, which will be reported down here in this section, you'll report in November. Okay. And then it's kind of a pain in the butt, but you will have to report your composite. So every part of it. So if you have your workbook, you'll notice that we had you write down all the different sections. So great time to use your workbook at the moment to complete this part. And you do need to select what test date. So for you guys, you took it in March. Let me double check that. Just kidding, you guys took it in April. So you're going to go ahead and select April 13th as your ACT date if you took it junior year. And so again, continue to fill out all these different sections with each subscore. Just for the SAT, if you've taken it already, go ahead and select that. If you're planning on taking it again, go ahead and select that and let them know when. So again, you're taking it in November. If you registered with us, some of you registered for December or October, that's okay. Select the appropriate date. English and reading, that's where you'll put in whatever score that was for you. The writing date for this one is March 9th. So you guys took this in March, also a Saturday. Okay, and so you'll put the math. In terms of the essay, you can find this at College Board. So you'll have to log into College Board. And once you're logged into College Board, it won't look the same because I have the admin account. But if you scroll down to see your scores, you can click on where it says view score details, and then at the very bottom of that PDF report that's generated, you'll have 3 different scores. It'll be like 5, 5, and 3. You'll add them together, and it'll be out of 16, I believe, total. So go ahead and report that. In terms of AP tests as well, you're reporting whatever you already took or what you anticipate taking. So if you're taking 5 AP classes now and you've taken, or 4 AP classes now, you've taken 3 in the past, then you're reporting a total of 7. And yes, you got to report what date you took it, what subject it was, and what score you received for each of these. In terms of a score, oh yeah, so you'll be able to report that. It won't ask you for the score if it's a date that's yet to pass. Great, so go ahead and pause now. Make sure that all of these are filled in. One thing to note is when you do take the exams for the second time, you will go in here and you will update these scores with your highest ones from both sittings, okay?